What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I am going to be taking a look at the Nomatic 40 litre travel bag, and I'm going to compare that to the Douchebags 40 litre backpack. So let's waste no time, let's get straight into it. Okay guys, so I'm going to look at three different kind of components here. We're going to look at the design, the functionality, and the features, and those two kind of blend into each other. But let's take a look at the design first. So a little bit of backstory. I have had this Nomatic bag for the last, two and a bit years. And I've been using Douchebags bags like the Hugger and stuff for a couple of years as well. Though this 40 litre one is the camo version, which was just re-released. So this one is new, but we can take a look at the features regardless. So first up is design, and this is where Douchebags really thrives. You know, that's their main selling point, is their new design as well as their hookup system, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Nomatic is by no means a bad looking bag, but it's not as design focused as I think Douchebags is. So if we look at the front of the bags here, you can see on the Nomatic, you've just got this kind of plain black weatherproof facade. Whereas on the Douchebags, we've got this kind of functional, I don't know, do they call it a turtle shell pattern, something like that, with their patented hookup system. And I think looking at the front of these two bags it really highlights kind of, you know, the functionality of these two bags and what they're trying to be. You can tell the Nomatic is pure function here. It's just that weatherproof, waterproof bottom, no real design. Whereas the Douchebags has clearly a lot of design going on the underneath of the bag. And that's apparent kind of all over. You know, as we look around these bags, you can tell just from looking at it realistically that a lot more effort in Douchebags has gone into just the way that it looks, and we'll get into whether that kind of transfers into function a bit later. Whereas the Nomatic, yeah, there's a bit of patterning on the side, but realistically this is function over form. Now I really do like the look of both of these bags, but when we're talking about looks, like the Douchebags, it's way ahead of the Nomatic bag, way ahead. And I think anybody, you can just tell that by looking at it. But again, that's not to say that it's the better bag. Because as we move over kind of into its functions and its abilities, that's where the Nomatic kind of comes into its own. Like I said, it's clear from looking at it, just looking at it, before we get into any of the pockets or what they do or its functionality at all, it's clear by looking at it that one is based on form and one is based on function. And I think, kind of spoiler alert here, that's where Douchebags is lacking. It's trying to keep up with function. It's got a lot of different areas, but it's not at the level of the Nomatic. Now, I've done a video about the Nomatic in the past, and the thing that strikes me about it is that everything you could possibly kind of think of and want in a bag, and some things that you don't know that you want in a bag, are here. From the little kind of pocket on the top for the wallets, all the functions inside the side pocket, and the two pockets on the other side, and the waterproof thing on the bottom. Now, Douchebags has the top pocket up here for water bottles and stuff. You know, that they tout this as a gym bag, right? So you've got your pocket on the top and you've got a pocket on the bottom for shoes. Okay, great. And it's got the big area inside, it's got the pockets on the inside. Okay, perfect. So that's straight off the bat, cool. That's four things that you want in a large bag. However, when we then look at the Nomatic, it's got the pocket on the top for the water bottle, and that's a waterproof pocket. It's got the pocket on the bottom for shoes, again, but then it's got so much more. And that's what struck me as I opened the Douchebags and took a first kind of glance at it. I was like, where is everything else? And I think that's because I've been spoiled by the functions of the Nomatic. You know, you've got two side pockets here, a small and a large. You can use them for whatever. You've then got another larger side pocket, which inside has a bunch of features as well. You know, you've got a passport, a zip up lockable passport thing, which comes with a lock. You've got all of these other pockets, and that's just extra. The Nomatic currently is doing everything that the 40 litre Carryall from Douchebags is doing, and then more. And I think that's really important. And basically that's kind of the crux of this whole comparison here, is that realistically they're doing functionally the same thing. They're the same size. They both got the pockets on either end, but one is just doing more than the other. The Nomatic is covering more ground than the Douchebags is. Now, if we want to look at these bags as a kind of duffel bag, I think the Douchebags is winning that, because yes, the Nomatic has this kind of funny system where you can pull on the strings of the backpack and then tie them up as a duffel bag, but in my 2 years of using it, not once has that worked for me. The straps, the way I wear the shoulder straps, you know, I'm a larger guy, so I need some length in the shoulder straps, which means then when I try and do up the duffel bag, doesn't work. So I've never been able to use that function. However, on the Douchebags, and again, like look at the kind of the functional visual design of this, the backpack straps can unclip with their special clip system and can tuck in behind this kind of plate here, and so they disappear, and all of a sudden it is a duffel bag. And that's something that the Nomatic is just not doing. But then again, in the defense of the Nomatic, it comes with that kind of shoulder clasp so that you can do up the shoulder straps. You're not getting that with the Douchebags. And so I think as we wrap up this kind of quick glance at these two bags, I think it's fair to say that they're both great bags. Had I not used the Nomatic and the Douchebags had arrived in the mail, I'd have been over the moon with it. I'd have said, this is the best bag I've ever had. However, I'm buying these two bags to be functional. So if you don't know the channel, I'm a bobsledder, so I travel the world and I need a lot of equipment. And I've been using this for years, but I was ready to replace it. And I thought, okay, I'm gonna go for this stylish new cool bag from Douchebags. And ultimately it doesn't have the functions which I've now grown accustomed to. And yes, while it looks better, and the build quality I think is about the same on these two, and the price, I think I can't realistically move to the Douchebags because I need those functions. Now, if the Douchebags had side pockets, realistically, if it had side pockets and the little wallet slot on the top, I'm all in. But it doesn't. And this really, it does talk to just the preferences of the design. Go on the websites of these two companies. You can see Nomatic, they really pride themselves on how they did all of this market research. They took 100 bags and stuff and just picked the best bits from each thing and put it all in one place. Douchebags is clearly about style. I mean, they're selling Lightroom presets. Cool. You know, you look at their like main ambassador, Yoon Olsen, and he's all about like the looks and stuff, and that is wicked. I love how these things look. Like I said, I've used the Hugger for years, and that's because I love the design of it. Sweet. But when we're talking about these functional bags, which they're travel bags, they're gym bags, they're there for function, realistically, I'm gonna err on the side of the one that has more real world function over the design, because design's only gonna get you so far. Now, of course, we can't talk about the Douchebags model without talking about their hookup system. And again, owning a couple of Douchebags bags already, that's what intrigued me about this, because I thought, okay, well, if I buy the big B-word bag that they have and this, I can hook them up for when I'm in the airport, because often my backpack's very heavy and that'd be a really great thing to do. And I do have a review of the larger bag coming up, so that'll be at the end of the video. Just click that link if you want to see that. Now, obviously, this is a unique function that no bags have. None of them. And if you're already committed, maybe you've got a couple of Douchebags bags already, maybe you want to hook up your camera case to the outside of this. That's what I've got. All of a sudden you're adding a bunch of functionality to the bag, but you have to own another one of their, let's face it, expensive products. And I don't want to be relying on extra bits and bobs to add functionality to a bag. Comparing the two here at the same price, realistically trying to hit the same point in the market. If I've got £200 and I'm going to keep one bag, realistically, I'm keeping the Nomatic. However, if I was just trying to buy a bag for a vacation that doesn't need that much, functionality, just want a cool looking bag that's going to carry enough stuff for a few days, I'd probably go with the Douchebags because it does look better, it is cooler, it's got the hookup system, it's got all of that. But as a functional kind of out there bag, I've got to go for the Nomatic because it just does more than the Douchebags does. So I hope that helps you kind of look at these two bags individually, and maybe you're looking at making a purchase, and ultimately I think you'll be happy with either of these bags. But realistically, if you're asking my opinion and you're watching this review, so that's what you want, I'm going with the Nomatic. But thank you so much for watching. It would honestly mean the world if you hit like and subscribe down below. I've got a bunch of great content on this channel, at least I think it's great, and I hope you will too. Regardless, have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.